wild adventure. We have created the systems, the processes, and I've helped, hundreds of other people do the same. So all that to say, you guys, I am just a regular person. Like, I like to travel just like you do. We have pets, we foster. I love my plants. I love my wife. Like, just a regular person who figured out how to buy real estate in a really, really scalable way. So that's why we're here. I want to change the way that you think about real estate investing. And so I'm going to let you know kind of our 3 mistakes. So, like, what mistakes do I most common see new investors make? And I'm going to kind of help you overcome some of those. So, you think that you need hundreds of, sorry, people are still coming on. Okay, cool. So you think that you need hundreds of thousands of dollars to start, and that's absolutely not the case. So with the BRRRR method, you actually have the potential to get all of your money out of a deal. And even for the down payment, you probably need a lot less money than you actually think that you do. And so I challenge you, I bet that you're looking at deals using the wrong strategy, right? So like I said, our first 11, I was making the same mistake. I was buying with 20% down, and it was taking forever and ever and ever. It's not impossible to buy this way. Tons of people do it, but it's just so slow. And so, sorry, people keep hopping on.
I got it, Jesse. Don't worry about it.
Hi, Lizzie. Hi. Welcome.
Hi.
Lizzie works here. She couldn't make it, so I was like all panicked about the technology, but here she is.
Hi. No, we're good.
Thanks, Lizzie. You're the best. Okay, y'all. So the BRRRR method, show of hands, just kind of who's heard of this method in the past? Okay, awesome. Yay. Cool. We got quite a few hands. Awesome. So starting from the top like a clock, you buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. So I'm going to put some numbers on this right after. Buy, we're looking for distressed properties, and we're buying using hard and private money. So these are short-term, kind of higher interest loans that are designed to be like a renovation loan. So then, of course, we renovate it. We add value through, finishes and mechanicals, making the property nice, safe, clean for our resident. We are moving in someone at market rate. And then we're taking this nice little package that we created back to the bank, and we're saying, hey, how much would you loan us against this property? And so the idea is that they give you enough money to pay off your hard or private money, pay off the renovation, pay off all that, and then you get your money back, and you do it again and again and again. So with some numbers, obviously this is a 10,000 foot view. There's so many more details that go into this. But if you just kind of look at, like, this is a really common deal that we would buy here in Columbus. You buy for $120, renovate for $30. This is going to get you, cosmetics, maybe a couple of mechanicals. You're going to rent this out for $1,500 a month. You take this little package to the bank. It appraises for $200,000. For the most part, lender is going to give you 75% of that appraised value. So if you notice, you have $150,000 in between purchase and renovation. And then you have $150. I'm sorry, you have $150 out, and then you have $150 back in the form of this refinance loan. So in theory, like, you guys are following, right? You have $150 in the deal, $150 back out of the deal. So you own a property with none of your own money and 25% equity. It's pretty powerful. Yes, Jen.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, I guess it obviously depends on the deal, and you'd have to look at the numbers. But it seems like if you're renting something for $1,500, and then you're taking out, so then you're taking out a loan for $1,500. Is that what you're saying? Or $150,000? I guess the thing that I just get tripped up on, like, are you renting it for enough to actually then cover your PITI, CapEx,
yes, ma'am,
property management, etc.? And how do you kind of ensure that?
We self-manage everything, and that's not what this presentation's about, but I absolutely swear by it, and I could talk for days on why you should self-manage. But this does cover all your CapEx, maintenance, vacancies, Rates are coming down a little bit. Obviously, they were painful there for a second, and it crunches cash flow. That's actually mistake number 2. So I don't know if you saw the slides ahead of time, but we'll get to it. But
yeah, I don't see slides now if you're showing any, but
are you on your phone?
No. I see something that says like unlocked, but I don't see like.
Can everyone else see the slides?
I see the burr circle.
Okay. Yeah, it's a circle. It says burr. You may need to change like your view settings, but there are slides.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. So the point of this 90-day challenge is we're going to focus on the buy, but obviously if you don't have the buy right, then your deal is doomed from the beginning. So it's critical that you understand how all the numbers work together. Your after repair value, your, just like what Jen was saying, your rent numbers, your renovation numbers, all of those you need to understand during the buy. And if it's a good deal, y'all, the money will come. So I already can see on your faces, you're saying, well, I don't have 150K or, whatever it is. But if it's a good deal, the money will come. So then mistake number 2.
Does anybody know how to change the view so that I can see the slides? Because I don't do that.
I've never heard of this happening. So I don't have like a troubleshoot off the top of my head.
I'm on my phone. I will run up to my laptop and see if I can look at the view settings, Jen, for you.
Lizzie,
okay.
I couldn't do it without her. Look at her. Okay, y'all. So if you believe that there are no good deals in today's market because there's high interest rates, there's too much competition, I know you're thinking there's no deals like the one you just showed me. And it's because you guys are thinking with a short-term view. So like I said, I think 3 times now already, real estate is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And cash flow is only one of the amazing reasons to buy real estate. So, of course, we have cash flow. It is important. It keeps the lights on. You do need this, but don't overlook the beauty of appreciation as the natural increase in value over time. Principal reduction. Someone else is paying your mortgage balance down every single month. And then on top of that, there's amazing tax advantages. So if you're just doing this on the side and you want to offset some of your active income from your W-2, like real estate is a beautiful way to do that. You have 1031 exchanges, cost segregations, all your write-offs, your taxes, insurance, you can write all that off. So there are some depreciation, just natural 27 and a half years. Like there are so many benefits of owning real estate outside of just the cash flow. So I want to kind of change the way that you're thinking about the long term. And I have an example for you. So there's a lot of numbers here. I'm going to talk you through it. This is an actual deal that I bought in 2021. We bought it, I believe, for 90 something. It was basically the perfect burr. So on day 1, it appraised for 200K and I had a mortgage balance of 150K. Like I said, I'm not making these numbers up. This is actual. So it appraised for 200 at an 8% interest rate. At the end of 1 year, we've paid down about $1,250. So my new balance, and not we, my resident did for me. And so we have about 148 on the balance, leaving me with 51,000 in equity. This is the end of 1 year. Okay. So this is a 5% increase year over year over 5 years. It is the balance is actually pulled from a 30-year amortization schedule. So these are the actual numbers. Basically, just the banks front load the interest. And so the longer you own it, the faster it gets paid off. So even at 8%, look at what happens year over year. Your balance is going up. Your value is going up and your balance is going down. At the end of 5 years, you have doubled your equity position from 51K to 100K. Like, is that powerful? And like, blink your eyes and 5 years have passed. It's like, so it's just 5 years in the scheme of life, honestly, is nothing. And I'm going to show you, like, this is one deal. Imagine how a dozen can change your life. And so I just want to kind of illustrate, it's not so short term. It is a long-term game, the beauty here. Mistake number 3, you're stuck in analysis paralysis and you don't know where to start. There's so much information out here. If you've been like, kind of looking around at different programs or gurus, like you see all the different people and so much of it is conflicting. You're going in circles, making no progress. I did this for years. Honestly, for a couple of years, I was trying a little bit of everything and making no progress. And then you can't graduate from YouTube University. Love YouTube. I learned so much there, but it is not a replacement for, a concise, consistent strategy. And then maybe you're window shopping, but you never actually take action. So here's Anna. She is one of my absolute favorite challengers that's been through. She, by the end of this challenge, actually had 3 deals in contract, not just 1, 3 deals in contract. She ended up flipping 1 and keeping 2 as long-term rentals. And she tagged me in this post a couple months back, and I loved it so much because she said, closing my first deal on island time. Like, I'm tagged here. She's on an island closing a real estate deal. And 90 days before that had, no real estate whatsoever. So y'all, stop waiting. I'm going to show you exactly what I would do. This is literally step by step. Any questions so far before I get into the next section? Someone has their hand. Y'all just shout out your questions.
Okay, I had a quick question. So how do you usually put the money? Like, do you put 20% down? Do you put 10% down? How do you acquire the property? What are you putting down to obtain the property? Is it some type of loan, like a rehab loan or whatnot? I'm just question because I have 4 properties and I did it the hard way. I just saved up. I put 20% down on everything.
Quit doing that.
And now I'm making about $580 a month net on each one. Okay. But I'm tapped out as far as cash. So I'm just wondering, is there any other way, or how can I obtain more? Because I'd like to scale up too.
Yeah. Let's definitely talk about it. That I'm about to break it down. It's part of my 12 steps. The answer is hard money and private money for purchase. It keeps you at about 10 to 15% down at most. Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to share a different screen. This is actually we call this the Gamma. This is the full handbook that you get as part of the challenge. And it's 12 weeks, 12 steps. So we're going to go over all these together. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
I've lost everyone. Okay, cool. So these are just some folks who've crushed it. There's me again. You've seen that. Okay, so kickoff. What would I do week 1 to kind of get myself ready? I would definitely get my mindset right? You have to get ready to be, there's a lot of tasks to handle and a lot of fear mindset. When I got into real estate coaching, I had no idea how much I would be coaching on mindset. And it is seriously key. It's literally the first thing that we talk about. I would have you check your credit score. And so this little kind of briefcase icon, we call this the admin track. And you're going to have an admin task every week for the first 5 weeks. So I would check my credit score as part of the admin. I would pick my market. So if you don't know yet where you're buying, remote, local, anything like that, if you haven't picked a market, then we're going to get that done for you pretty early. I would determine not only where I'm buying, but then also what I'm buying. And so this is, your buy box. You probably heard that term before. It's exactly what type of property you want to buy. And then you're able to share that with your agents, with everyone else, wholesalers, all that. And then each week is broken down into homework. And so I really get you out of your comfort zone. We're pushing you to do a lot of stuff on social media. You'll see that throughout, but it's broken down every week where there's literally homework and I'm going to check it over for you. It tells you exactly what to do week by week. So that's what I would do week 1. Week 2, early, I would get my money right. Get all of your lending set up so you can confidently start making offers. So we focus in the challenge on 3 different ways to purchase. So hard money, and we connect you with our exact lenders, tried and true. Raising private money, which is your personal network. We give you all of the documents that you need to do it. We teach you how the process works, all that. Promissory note, mortgage, it's all here. We have like a pitch deck so you can very professionally show that you know what you're talking about to these lenders. And then we also, so it's hard money, private money, and then we also teach you how to use your own money between 401ks, HELOCs, lines of credit. There's so many different creative ways that, if it's not literally the cash in your bank account, that you can fund that down payment. And then part of your admin track, I would open my entity early on. It does take a few weeks to get that set up. So then step 3, week 3, I would move all into the deals. I would get those deals coming into my inbox as quickly as possible. So again, we teach 3 strategies. So working with wholesalers, fantastic way to buy. I know that they can seem overwhelming. So many of our students are like, I see wholesalers deals out there, but I have no freaking idea what they're talking about. So it seems overwhelming, but it really is not hard. And working with wholesalers can be so, so powerful. Working with realtors, obviously on the MLS, how do you balance that relationship? Like what types of properties are you looking for? And then actually your personal network is super powerful. So we teach you how to go out and kind of tap into your own network and see if you can get any like direct to seller type deals or referral deals. I would then open my EIN. So that's all week 3. Week 4, I would dive so deep into the numbers because you have your money pre-approved. You have deals coming into your inbox, but maybe you don't quite know in the numbers yet exactly what you're looking for. And so we have a custom BRRRR calculator that is very detailed. It is also very easy to use. And so where's the link for it? Oh, here we go. I'll just say it's a work of art. It's a great calculator. And so we teach you how to use this in depth. We also teach you how to kind of like make a quick offer to see if it's worth your time. You're going to submit a bunch to the group, bunch of practice deals so you know exactly what you're looking at. Open your bank account because we're getting really, really, really close to making offers now. So last but not least is the team. Who are we looking for and how do you hire these people? So real estate agent, property inspector, contractor, title agent, boots on the ground if you're investing remote. That's like a critical role. Real estate attorney, like all these folks are going to be your dream team is kind of what we call it. And then we have some ongoing management, how to build a good relationship, all that stuff. And then we have your operating agreement. So this is a document that is going to be required by title to actually go ahead and close anything. And y'all, look, you are now ready to make offers just in 5 weeks. It's so crazy. So the next 3 weeks, we're making offers. A lot more a mindset. You're going to be told no a lot. You got to get over it because it's the numbers game. We go deep into how to run comps, how to be competitive and make sure that your offers are getting accepted. And then we go through a ton of different sample deals that are actual deals that we purchased. And you're going to see how all the numbers work together and how it, basically became a perfect BRRRR. You got some homework. Week 2, we're making some more offers. We go deep into repair estimates, another sample deal. The repair estimates is one that I think a lot of people who come to us are like, I don't know how much anything costs. And so this is a really, really important lesson. And then we have week 3 of offers, more mindset, got to believe it. Double down on marketing, some more, kind of shortcuts on how to make offers, more sample deals. You have your homework, of course. And then you guys, at the end, we're now on week 8. At the end of this period of time, the idea is that you are in contract. Like, does that feel crazy? Does that feel awesome? 2 months from now, you could have some rentals under your belt. Got some hearts. Love it. Okay, so then This is actually a separate gamma because the first one got too big and I broke it. So I had to split it into pre-contract and post-contract. So
Too much good information.
what was that?
Too much good information.
Yeah, too much good information. I actually had to get on with the owners of Gamma and they had to help me figure out how to do this. They're like, this is the most we've ever seen someone build. Yeah. So where are we? In contract, y'all. Week 9, you are in contract. So gonna have a freak out. You gotta have a freak out. You know, you wouldn't be a first-time investor or, you know, first time buying it this way if there wasn't a little freak out. We go deep into title work. How much does it cost? What should you look out for? All of this. And then your contractor walkthrough. Of course, your homework is due. Week 10, we have due diligence. We go deep into like appraisals. We have actually appraisers have some trainings with us that we go over exactly how to read the report, all that. Property insurance, very important to protect your asset. If you need to renegotiate, this is the time. So we go over strategies for that. Week 11 is pre-closing. And you guys, you notice there's hardly anything on here. Okay. And that's on purpose. That's because you have already done the hard work. The week before closing, if you're running around scrambling, then you've done something wrong, right? This should be a time that you're just checking your boxes on your checklist and making sure that everything's done. So we actually give you that checklist, exactly what you need to check. And then week 12, we are celebrating. We have keys in hand, and we're going out and starting all the work that we planned for. We planned it. Now we got to go out and do the renovation, do all that. But this challenge gets you up to that point of keys in your hand. Any questions so far? I know that was a lot of information. No?
Well, I don't know if you're getting to this, but do you also I guess help with the project management and refinance part of it?
So we do. That is part of our mastermind. It is for those buying a first rental or buying a rental this way for the first time. We take it. This is so prescriptive. Do this week, this week, this week. We do have a mastermind on the back end that kind of wraps the whole thing up. It takes you through renovations, all that. But it is the purpose of the challenge is to get you from newbie to property owner, keys in hand in 90 days. I think Ankit had a question.
Yeah. So, hi, Jesse. So, in the acquisition phase, so if you're doing it remotely or out of state, don't you have to have your contractor selected first so he can walk the potential projects or potential properties in advance so that he can give you how much renovation it will take to run your numbers properly?
Yep, exactly right. So that's why we have, your contractor is week 5, which is prior to us making offers. So you do have that contractor kind of locked in before you go out and start making offers.
So does this help finding the contractors also?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Where to find them, how to screen them, what contracts to use, all that business.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Then we have Miss Maria, who is just one of the funniest people I've ever met. Love her to death. Her why on joining the challenge is that she wanted to take her kids to Ireland. So she actually got a job waiting tables. And she knew she jokes. She's like, I am way too old for this. I was with 20-year-olds. What am I doing waiting tables? And it was kind of her wake-up call that if you want to be able to do nice things in life, you don't want to have to wait tables. And so she joined the 90-day challenge. She closed on her first duplex during the challenge. And since then, I think she was around 3, maybe, she's just exploded. It's amazing to watch her. So she at least has half a dozen now. And it's just been really, she wanted more out of life, joined the challenge, and she's been so fun to work with. So what does this look like kind of when we piece it all together? We have the mistakes, we have the 12 steps, we have the student stories. You know, you kind of have already seen a little sneak preview of this, but we call it the 90-day challenge to buy your first or next rental property. And the idea is that you are going from a newbie to a property owner in just 12 weeks. Now, we're going to give you a ton of support, hand-holding along the way. We do that a couple different ways. Weekly progress calls. So this round, we meet every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I make sure that you have done your homework. Okay. And we answer any questions live. And it's beautiful because it's cohort based. So everyone is doing the same thing at the same time. And you guys really all support each other on these calls. And of course, you know, I'm coaching as well, but they're face-to-face check-ins where I am making sure that you are staying on track. We have the epic step-by-step guide that you just saw. No questions about what you should be doing each week. It is literally prescribed. Do this, this, and this. So like week 3 homework, you turn it in, I grade it, I answer your questions. And then we make sure that you're doing what's needed to stay on track. Last but not least, in a Facebook group that is it's past and present challengers. So it's your cohort plus everyone who's come before you. And so you have other folks who have, you know, done the exact same thing. They got over the hurdles, they succeeded. So you can learn from their experience, right? And you guys, if you've probably heard, like, you're the culmination of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And so if your network of people, like, you know, love them to death, friends and family, they're just going to work every day and they come home and that's their life, you know, and they're not thinking about something bigger, then it's probably going to be pretty hard for you mindset wise to make something bigger happen in your own life. So you're surrounded by other people who have the exact same mindset, goals, desires, their families, freedom, financial freedom, all that. And so this Facebook group is so powerful for that. And you guys kind of already saw this a little bit. So, you know, pre-challenge, I want you to complete our BRRRR for beginners. We have a little mini course. It's the entire process, not just the buy, the whole process. So you kind of see the importance of how it all works together. Within 5 weeks, you're ready to make offers. Within 8 weeks, you're in contract. And within 90 days, you're closing on that very first deal. And I am so freaking confident that this process works because it has for dozens of people before. That we provide a guarantee that if you don't buy the property, your rental within 90 days, obviously you need to show up to everything, turn in your homework, all that. But if you don't buy it within 90 days, then I will work with you for free until you do. And I promise you that it's true because Dora here, she, you know, life happens. Something got in the way. Life got in the way a little bit. And so she, a couple months later, came back, said, hey, I'm trying again. Got 2 properties under contract. She closed 2 in Cleveland on the same day. And so even if it doesn't work for you, I want it to, but you guys, if something happens, I'm going to work for you for free until you can make this happen for yourself. And then my gift to you. So in addition to all the things that you've received so far, I actually do a one-on-one deal analysis call with you once you get your property under contract. And so the idea is that I can save you from crying on the kitchen floor like I was. I can save you from buying a bad deal. Or if you have a killer deal in hand, I can really give you that like little push that you need to make, you know, to not back out, not get scared, anything like that. So that's the one-on-one deal analysis. And so, you know, obviously my intention for everyone that I work with is that you buy at least 1 property. We've seen from Anna, we've seen from Dora, you can do more if you're, you know, feeling like that's something you want to do. So of course, every deal is different. Some can be better, some can be worse. And I'm kind of calling back to that, the 5-year example we looked at. So if one house is worth $200K and you have 25% equity on day 1, that's $50K. At the end of 5 years, our equity position doubles. We're at $100K on one house. Okay. Do this on 3. Do this on 10. You see how your life can change pretty quickly. And so any questions so far? I know we are coming up on the investment. Happy to share all that. No secrets here. So any questions so far? Y'all can just shout them out. Someone?
Hello?
Yes. Hi, we can hear you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nadia. Jesse, my concern is, I live in New York and I want to in Midwest states, investment.
Yeah.
Not gonna be hard for me, like many live in New York and doing investment in like Ohio or Indiana or Michigan.
So
What do
we
you think
actually,
I'm concerned, honestly.
I would say about a third of the challengers are remote investors, and
Yeah.
actually have Eve, who, if you join, I'll connect you with. She lives in New York herself and is investing in. Oh, here comes Jenna. Is investing in Northwest Indiana. Lurlene's in New York. Who else is?
Brian and Emerson are in California.
Yeah. We have quite a few from, I will say a lot of people are investing in the Midwest and in Ohio specifically. And so it works anywhere. But if you were to invest in Columbus or surrounding, you could actually plug into like my exact network. And so I help you figure all that out as part of that kickoff week. When you figure out where you are investing, you can explore those different markets. And so it's very possible to invest from New York anywhere in the Midwest. We have lots of students doing it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm not
you're
sure if
welcome.
there's another question, and we can save this for open Q&A, but I know somebody on YouTube did ask.
Okay.
If you could touch on wholesalers. That's all the questions.
Working with wholesalers.
It just says, can you touch on wholesalers?
Let's get a little more info on that and hold it for the Q&A. But I will absolutely, yes.
It was Eddie Saborio. So Eddie, if you're watching, please.
Cool. Thanks, Lizzie. Okay, so how much would this all cost? What's the investment to, guarantee you're buying that rental property? So you have two options. First is pay in full for all 12 weeks is $2,000. Or you can split it up over 3 monthly payments of $697. It comes to like 21 something. Same 12 weeks. They get you the exact same program, just two different options. We do find that the pay in full folks are, just mindset wise, a little more committed, bought in. But either one would be totally fine. We want to make it super accessible. This is priced in a way that if you can afford to buy real estate, you can afford to join the challenge. And respectfully, if you can't afford this, I do encourage you to go back to the drawing board and maybe like reevaluate your financial position, because buying real estate costs money. So it's priced in a way that it's like, if you really are serious about this and you can afford real estate, then I would love to have you join us. And we're going to save you from making way, 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 way more mistakes than the cost of this program. If I can save you from making one mistake, it's paid for itself over and over. And then, of course, this would not be a workshop if there weren't some bonuses. So if you guys were to join, because we're doing a late workshop, if you were to join us by tomorrow at noon, then we will give you that Burr for Beginners mini course. In addition to the deal analysis call that everyone gets, I'm also doing a kickoff call with just those fast action takers. And so that's, again, by tomorrow at noon. And I will learn all about your business, your financial situation, get to know you. Half an hour, we'll have a coffee together, whatever it is. So you get that one-on-one kickoff call. And then you also get some really epic and actually useful swag. It's not just some stuff that you're going to throw in the, trash can, like so much of the stuff out there. Actually useful, that's going to help you on your real estate journey, make your job a little easier. And I want to introduce you to Megan, who is honestly also one of my favorite people. Her and Maria met during the challenge, and they have become like business besties. They actually own an entity together and they buy together. And so, like I was saying before, it's not only for folks who have never bought real estate. Even if you've bought some, but you did it with 20% down, or you didn't feel super confident in what you were doing, you want to rebuild your network, all that. Megan actually bought a property, got keys in hand, everything, without telling her husband. She did not tell her husband. And she is saying, the hand holding, and she's like, it would have been amazing if I did this before I brought that property. So by the end of the challenge, she had not one, she had actually 2 under contract. So Megan you'll meet her if you guys come inside, and she's so funny. So y'all, this round absolutely will sell out. We only take 10 people. It is small group cohorts. Like, I'm not trying to teach hundreds of people. There's no way I could ever give you the attention that we need. So 10 folks, and the doors they opened on Tuesday, and we actually have 5 of the seats filled already. So there's 5 left. A lot of them filled with like direct referrals, because people who've gone through the challenge love it so much that they help. They send it to their other friends. So we have 5 seats left. And so I just want to kind of highlight what those mistakes were. And I really, really hope that I've shown you how you can overcome all of these. So you do not need hundreds of thousands of dollars to start. Absolutely not. Believing there's no good deals out there, hopefully I've shown you that there's quite a few different ways that you can make a not so great deal a pretty good deal. And then, if you don't know where to start, I've shown you step by step exactly what I would do, whether it's with us or without. That is literally what I would do if I was starting over. So now you know where to start. You have a couple different options, and I spent years doing nothing. I really did. You push off your dreams for, I say forever, but even a couple years makes a huge difference. Or option 2 is you take action and join us today. So what would happen next? Lizzie is going to post a link in the chat. It is the link to join us if you so want to. We'd love to have you there. And then I am going to open this up for Q&A, anything program related, anything real estate related. I will first answer a couple that I get all the time. So first is what happens after the challenge. We touched on that briefly. So we do have a mastermind on the back end that supports you. There's no obligation to join whatsoever. Like, they're independent. So if you wanted continued support, we do have an option for you. But if you're just like, hey, I got my foundation, I got my property, I'm going to figure this out, that is perfectly fine as well. Another one that we always get is, can my partner join? Yes, you actually get 2 seats. So spouse, legal business entity, an employee, anyone who is like actually working with you, not just like your best friend and you guys want to invest independently. But if you're investing with someone, then yes, you get 2 seats. And then, do I need to be full-time? No. We have our calls after hours, and that's on purpose, after business hours, to make sure that those of you with a W-2 can actually join as well. So those are the real frequent questions I get, but I'm going to open it up for anything else you guys have. Stop presenting.
I'm on Pacific Coast time, so the meetings are actually during my workday. So I don't know. I have some flexibility at my job. I didn't know if you recorded them or.
They are all recorded. We have Harris, who went through the challenge, and she's works in the hospitals and never could attend one call live, and she still achieved she bought a property. So would I love to see you? Absolutely. If you cannot make 1, 2, half, whatever, they all are recorded, and it's totally possible to achieve it without being live. But I would love to see you if I could. What else we got? I have some hands up. Y'all just yell them out. I can't manage that.
Can the link to join be emailed also?
Yes, sir. Yep, it'll come out right after this.
Thank you.
Yep. I saw another hand. Nah, I believe.
I don't know that I think her hand might still be raised from her previous one.
Got it. Okay. I don't know.
On
I'm
I
just
sent
sort
the
of,
link.
I'm just sort of curious, Jesse, about why you started a coaching program. I mean, I have
Ooh.
kind of seen this as a trajectory of a lot of investors, that at some point they're starting a coaching program. So I guess I just wanted to hear, and it's like, it's fine if the answer is like, I make money this way and I get to buy more properties, and like I also as a bonus, I like helping people.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to hear that this is like your, teaching is your passion or whatever, but just like honestly, why are there so many coaching programs?
Great question. So I was a wholesaler for a long time, and it's a grind. It's an absolute grind. I think it's a really powerful tool, but that was my active income, and I didn't want to do it anymore, to be honest. And I know you're saying like the passion answer is a cop out, but it's really not a cop out. Like people were coming to me all the time just from, I mean, we had 50 something before I even started coaching. And so people were coming to me and saying, how do you do this? How do you do this? I was doing quite a bit of public speaking with nothing to sell. And everyone was like, I'm not kidding. Like, Jesse, you have to teach this. And so I was like, okay, well, let me look at the feasibility, and started doing some like beta stuff, and people were seeing really good results. So it just is kind of snowballed into what it is. And I'm not exaggerating, like I freaking love it. Like I like get off these coaching calls and I'm like, hi. Like I really do love it. And so it's my active income. There's no doubt about that. It is how I pay my bills. It's how I buy real estate.
Yeah. I think also, I know I'm biased because I work with Jessie, but her mindset is more that competition is at the bottom and collaboration is at the top. Jessie, you should tell him about Tammy.
Oh yeah, Tammy, my student, stole a deal right out from under me. And I was cheering her on, and I was like, dang it, Tammy. Yeah, she bought, I pride myself on being very fast to deals. So I got to this one in like 15 minutes, and she got to in 8 minutes. And I was like, dang it, I taught you too well. And so, yeah, I'm absolutely, and I'm teasing. We're rooting her on the whole time. So, yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
not that teaching is your passion is a cop out. I'm just saying, like, you didn't have to give that answer. I would have accepted other answers.
Got it. No, I truly, honestly, I love it. I really do. It is, y'all, I love you to death, but this is a lot of freaking work. It is a lot of work. And if I didn't love it, I wouldn't keep doing it. I try my absolute best to go above and beyond. Like if you saw the gamma, like I don't skimp on anything. I put my entire self into all of this. And if it wasn't worth it, I wouldn't do it.
Hey, Jesse, so with this program, do we get access to your network and that cohort group for the 90 days, or like do we have access to you and your network for after that as well? Like, is it just concentrated to the first 90 days?
So great question. You guys, if you are investing in Central Ohio within an hour of Columbus, I will connect you with pretty much anyone from like the buy related to like purchasing, our insurance, our lenders, anything related to purchasing, we connect you with. Of course, I do not have a network across the entire United States. Other students may. So I would be able to kind of teach you how to build that yourself. And, we have lenders that I've worked with for a long time that some students, they prefer to work with someone else. So just because I do connect you with someone doesn't by any means mean that you like have to work with that person. So either way, one way or another, I want you to learn how to build your own team. But yes, if you want to connect with some Central Ohio folks, I can do that for you. The Facebook group lasts forever, so you have lifetime access. The Gamma lasts forever. The network I would share with you is anything related to purchasing.
Okay. And then one last question. Is this session recorded? Can I share it with my partner if it is?
Yeah. We have it on YouTube. So we can send out that link.
Okay. And okay, you said you'll send the link in the email?
Yes, Lizzie will personally make sure that you have it.
I will make sure. I already sent you the link for the
Yeah,
checkout page.
I got that, Lizzie. Thank you so much.
Y'all, we're a power team. I could not do my job without Lizzie, seriously.
This is why I say teaching actually is her passion, because I do all the stuff that's like admin. She just wants to talk to people about real estate.
Just let me talk about real estate all day long.
I think Roger had a question. His hand is raised.
Is that R. Ramos?
Yes.
Hi, Roger.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So sorry, I came in late. So our first question will be, where can I get a copy of this call?
We'll
And
get it out
second
right
of all, I am down south in the southeast in Miami,
Okay.
and I would like to know if you guys doing any kind of a businesses down in this area, and any recommendations, and of course, after I get more details on today's call, I could probably start figuring it out where will be the best markets to start.
So I will be transparent. Like, are you trying to buy in Miami?
Well, I know everything's getting very expensive
Yeah.
in this area. So obviously I would prefer something, for a starter with less capital.
Yep.
And what'll be obviously your recommendations, and, obviously you need to check what'll be the minimum needed to start off with, a multifamily. But yeah, just need guidance. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I know that I want to do it, so I just need guidance and start moving forward.
Yeah, I would. So early on the challenge, we decide exactly where you're going to invest. I will say, top of my head, you're probably going to really struggle to find a savvy bird deal in Miami proper, but I think a lot of Miami investors, I don't know the cities off the top of my head, but I have some peers down there that are investing in like kind of surrounding suburbs, neighborhoods, like a little more central Florida, where maybe some of the rental market makes a little more sense. And so you can still we kind of define the location based on, is it like in your own backyard that we call that obviously local. Is it a day trip? So you may be in that day trip category where if you absolutely had to go, you could get there, do what you needed to do, and be back within a day. And then we also say like fully remote investing would be like an airplane, or like you need a hotel. So I think you would probably fall in that middle category, because I think Miami proper may be a stretch.
Yes. I'm sorry, I have another question. That fully remote option is working for people in your group or your network?
100%. Yep.
No, I'm asking how is that option working for them?
Oh, I thought you said, is it working? How is it working? So the key to remote investing is a really solid boots on the ground. And that is someone who is not working for any other company. It's not your real estate agent. It's not your inspector. It's not your contractor. It's not anyone who could possibly have an ulterior motive. It is someone who is literally working for you only. They're your eyes, your ears, and they are your body double, and they replace you on appointments that you would need to go to. And they're representing you.
Okay. So that's on that option, you help your students to get someone on that specific location. How do you work that out?
Yeah, so it's super, again, it's like all teach a man to fish. I don't hand you anyone, but I show you exactly how you can find them, what questions you should be asking, how much you should pay, what the contract looks like. I can help with all that, but I don't actually find you the person. I just want to be very clear.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. That's all my questions for now. Thank you.
Sure. Jen, you're muted.
It reminded me of one other question I had, which is that does this work for multifamily as well, or is it more geared towards single family investing?
So once you get over 4 units, the loan types and the appraisal methods change a bit. But I have 2 6-unit buildings and 1 4-unit. I had 2, but I sold 1. So we
I mean,
have,
like duplexes,
yeah,
triplexes.
yeah, anything under 4, it works the exact same. You just bigger numbers.
Like later works and
you may have longer hold time on a multi because you're not like you can't really finish your renovations until all of the units are completed. So even if one person has a longer lease term, it may delay your appraisal kind of thing. But that's all accounted for in the calculator. We have our purchase date, occupancy date, which is the critical one, and then your refi date. And so, wow, look at that. And so you would just extend the occupancy date, and then the calculator tells you like, how does that affect the deal? But yes, totally works.
Okay. Thanks.
What else do we have?
Sorry if I missed this earlier. So if you're one of your students and you find a deal, do you look over the rehab costs and everything before
Yep.
the purchase is actually made?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So as part of the challenge, you get a one-on-one deal analysis call with me, one-on-one, no group setting. And we dig into ARV, repair costs, rental comps. By this point, you're going to be very proficient in the calculator. So we go over your calculator of that deal in super depth, and you're going to walk out knowing, is it a good or bad deal?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're right at 8 o'clock. So I am welcome. I mean, if y'all still have questions, I can stay as long as needed. I did promise you an hour. So if you need to hop off, won't be offended. Okay. Cool. You guys, so after this, you are going to get quite a few different emails. I think Lizzie's maybe already sending some out. So whatever other questions come up, please just respond to those emails or texts. They come to both of us. And then remember, the bonuses are good until tomorrow at noon. So if you're thinking about it, don't wait until Sunday, because I want you to do that Burr for Beginners mini course. And I want you to, really make sure that you have your mind right and you're not rushed into anything. So we start this Monday. I don't know if I mentioned that. We are starting this coming Monday is August the 5th, 5 o'clock Eastern. All calls are recorded. Would absolutely love to see you there. So y'all keep an eye out for any emails coming. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube or Facebook, then the link is in the post or in the, the description. All right. Well, so nice to meet everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.